be done on the truck, the whole truck responsibility is yours. So
What about the gas?
you, yeah, that's the fuel.
Okay.
Yeah, you're responsible for it because it's your truck. So and then you're getting the load. You're not getting paid because you might get a trip that's like 600 miles. But if you was a company driver and you drove 600 miles for 50 cents a mile, it's probably like $300 if that. I don't know. It's probably something like that.
Okay.
But if if I do it and the trip is 1,500 and I'm getting 75% of the load, you can see the difference in pay. But it's a
Yes.
difference because I'm also paying for the fuel and all that.
Right.
So anyway, how I got in my position that I'm in currently in right now. So I leased a truck from Super Ego Holdings. It's a company
Okay.
based.
And you dropping dimes like that, like the company name too.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
giving it a name. Yeah, because I want other drivers to be aware of what they're doing.
Okay.
So and I feel like I'm smarter than the average bear. I feel like I'm smarter than the average person. So when they tell you, the numbers, so like usually the trucks be like $1,000 a week,
Yeah.
anywhere from $700 to $1,000 a week. So everybody getting these new shiny trucks. I got a truck that was like a 2020. It wasn't that new. But it's nice, Miles truck looks good. They was like, yeah, we'll give you that truck for $300 a week. So I was like, okay,
Okay.
cool, cool, no problem, bet. So everybody was staying in hotel rooms, which they charging them $100 a night, and they sharing rooms with people. I didn't do that. I got the keys to my truck. I slept in my truck while I was going through the process. So boom, all these people already owe all this money. I don't owe nothing. So boom, I get the truck. Boom, I get my first load. It's on a Wednesday. Usually you start on a Monday because you want to get the whole weekend. But I started on a Wednesday. Got like 3 loads in. Cool. Uh, did my little calculations about my fixed costs and all that. So I got a little money back. It's probably like made like $500. Uh, okay.
I
So
think
the
I
second week,
don't want to purse. I
the
don't.
second week I only had I had 2 loads. One load I picked up from Omaha, Nebraska. I had to take it to Spokane, Washington.
Okay.
Boom, that's one load. Probably paid like 3,600 or something. So then my second load, I picked it up from Idaho and had to take it to Oklahoma. That load paid like 3,000 something. So boom, I only had 2 loads for the week.
When you
So
say
that
pay
load
3,000, you
together, I
mean
made
that
probably
the
like
load itself was 3,000, or your take home was 3,000?
no, the load itself was like 3,600 or something like that. But then once my 75%, it probably was like 2,700 or something like that. So then the other load was the same, so it probably was like 2,500.
Okay.
So yeah, all together probably made grossed like 5,300 or something like that for the
Okay.
week. Now, once you minus your fixed costs, which is the trailer, the truck, the trailer, and all that other stuff, once you minus that, and you might subtract the fuel, which I went from the Midwest all the way to the West Coast, and from the West Coast all the way back to the Midwest. So probably spent maybe like a couple thousand in fuel.
Okay.
Then I had to pay probably like 1,300 in fixed costs. So everything left over is mine, which it came out to about like 1,800, something like that.
For the week.
Um, for the week, yeah.
Okay.
So picked up another load Monday that was headed to PA, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So on my way to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, I probably was like 200 miles away. I'm going up this hill, this huge, like the hill's so big, like you can see the town at the bottom. Like that's how big it was. So when I get to the top of the hill, like the apex of the hill, just when you about to go over, my truck got hot. Boom, it stopped. So okay, this is like 1 in the morning. So they give you an emergency number to call. So if anything happens in the middle of the night, yep. See, after hours, this is the number. This is the sheet with everything on it. Anything happens, you call certain people. So call the people. Nobody answered. I'm calling. Nobody answered. So I say, okay, they probably not gonna answer 10 in the morning. Lay down, went to sleep. The next morning they called and like, hey man, where you at? Why you didn't make the load? I said, because I broke down. They was like, well, why you didn't call nobody? I said, I did call. I called. What number did you call? The number that's on the sheet. You supposed to call this number. How would I know that? That number you gave me is not on this sheet anyway. So they was like, oh, that's, there's nothing we can do about it now. So I'm like, okay, cool. They're like, yeah, we're gonna send somebody out there. I said, okay, cool. This is 7 a.m. Well, no, it's like 8 a.m. Eastern time. So it's 7 a.m. Midwest time. So around 12 o'clock noon, I get a call and somebody said, yeah, they put me over your situation. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm finna call around and get somebody to come look at the truck. But the guy at 7 told me the same thing. So now, 12 o'clock, a guy's telling me, okay, now I'm over it. I'm on top of it. I'm going to do this. All right, cool. He said they'll be there in the next 3 hours. Okay, cool. It's 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, somebody will be here. 4:30, they called me and said, yeah, it was like 2 hours away. So I'm like, but you just told me he's 3 hours away. Yeah, whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So finally, 6 o'clock come. The guy comes, looks at the truck. Okay, cool. He's saying it's a line. It's the coolant line because I don't have any coolant. All my coolant has fell out the truck. That's why the truck got hot.
Okay.
So he looks. He's like, the line is messed up. I'm like, okay, how did that happen? He was like, because they had it zip tied. He was like, whoever was working on the truck zip tied these two lines together. So while they zip tied the two lines together, the other end that it's connected to, it was pulling on it because it's zip tied. So it's like it's pulling on it. So eventually it was going to happen anyway, regardless. It wasn't like something I did or a truck or something. It was just whoever worked on it prior, that's what messed it up. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he was like, yeah, I can't fix it here. We got to tow you. So I'm like, all right, cool. They got to tow me. So he's like, but they ain't going to be able to tow you today. All right, cool. So another night, I'm on the side of the top of this hill, another night. So the next morning, they call my dispatcher like, so what's going on with you? He's like, what's wrong with the truck? I said, the antifreeze. So he started laughing. He like, you ran out of antifreeze? I'm like, bro, no. It what's the name? It's not funny. But, I said, it's a leak in here. Boom, it came out. He's like, all right, cool. First off, right. So it's not me, but, I'm going to get back to him because that dude's funny. Just to get off that, I was in Dallas trying to get to my pickup. I'm like maybe 8 miles away. I'm on the highway. If you've ever been to Dallas traffic is like LA traffic. It's horrible. So I'm in traffic trying to get to the spot. So the dude is telling me, he's like, you need to get off the highway and take the street. I'm like, no, I'm not going to get off the highway and take the street because the street is going to take me even longer. It's lights. It's still traffic. It's Dallas. This is a major city. He's like, no. He's like, plus the highway is about to end. Like, you can't go on the highway. It's blocked off. I'm like, bro, no, it's not. He's like, yes, it is. I'm looking at you on the GPS. I said, bro, you're looking at me on the GPS, but I'm actually in the truck. I can actually see this truck is pulled over. This people is this. Like, you can't see that. You just see me on a dot on the highway. That's what you see. You can't actually see. I can see real time. Yeah, me on a dot. So this dude's like, you still on the highway? Like, bruh, that's like me trying to tell you as a dispatcher your job. If I'm asking you, hey, where are these loads at? They're not paying that. You're actually in front of a computer looking at the stuff go up and down. You can see everything. I can't see that. So I can't tell you how to do your job. I'm actually in a truck on the highway looking at this stuff, knowing I've been to Dallas before plenty of times. My best friend lives in Dallas, so I know how Dallas traffic is, how it is. So he's like, yeah, the highway's at the end. Highway never ends. I get off the highway, boom, get to the thing, I make it in time. So that just lets me know that you will lie about anything. So I don't trust you because you will lie about anything. So fast forward back to my story. He laughed when I said, oh, I'm out of coolant. So next day come, they finally come and tow the truck. They towed the trailer and the truck. So they towed the trailer and the truck. Okay, boom, I actually get to where they're going to repair the truck. They tell me, okay, pull in the bay. Pull in the bay. He looks, I told him, hey, this is what the guy said yesterday. They said, okay, cool. He said, I'm finna call your company so they can, tell them how much the part costs and stuff like that. Cool. They try to call the company. Nobody answers the phone. I try calling the company. Nobody answers the phone. So they can't even order the part because nobody's answering the phone. I look at my watch. I'm seeing it's 6 o'clock. So like in Chicago, these people going for the weekend. They give me the number to the after hours people. The after hours people still ain't answering the phone. So nobody's answering the phone.
And this is typical for people that
So,
drive trucks?
No, this is not typical. This is this company.
And what's the
Super
name of the
Ego
company again?
Holding. Super Ego Holding.
Okay.
They don't care about you. Which I noticed that when I went to the orientation and all that. Oh, they don't care about you. So after that, I called the people inside. They was like, there's nothing we can do. We can't even order the piece until they okay it.
So you're
So,
going to
all
be
right, cool.
stuck
So
there at least until next week, until they okay an order a piece, deliver the piece, and repair the truck.
Exactly.
That is ridiculous.
So yeah. So basically, and then you think about it. Last week, Monday, is when I got this load. So I got this load Monday, and I never got to deliver it.
So if you don't deliver it
basically
on time, so what happens if you don't deliver it on time?
Oh well, I don't know. That's not my concern. My concern is delivering it and then I get money from it. So if I don't deliver it, so I didn't make any money this week. But guess what keeps happening? I still owe a truck note. I still owe a trailer note. Still got to pay for the fuel. So basically,
oh, I see.
Now I would be in the negatives, right?
I see.
So come Friday, I'm not gonna get money. I'm gonna get okay, you're in the red now. So the beginning of next week, I'm not gonna be able to make any money because half the week I'm gonna be waiting for this truck to get fixed. So even then, I'm still gonna be in the red. So
as long as you got the truck, they charge you as long as you got the truck, even though it's inoperable.
Even if it's inoperable, yes, they still charge you for the truck. So a lot of people, which I don't understand that, a lot of people will work for free. A lot of people will drive the truck and try to catch up so that they ain't in the red no more until they can get a check. Me, myself, I'm not doing that. They made me wait a week and a half with no money, just sitting there waiting for the truck to get full. So my plan is, right now, I can't do nothing. I'm just stuck right now. I can't just leave the truck because if I leave the truck, then it's abandonment. So the company can put that on my DAC report. So when I try to get another job and they run my stuff, it'll have that I abandoned the truck on them. So nobody will want to deal with you because you abandoned the truck. So I'm forced to actually wait till the truck gets done. And all this, nobody caring and all that. That's cool. I'll eat that right now. But the minute that this truck is operable, like it works again, I'm not delivering this load. I'm taking this load and this truck back to Chicago and give them their truck.
Okay, so
because at this point I'm not gonna make any money. I'm behind the 8 ball.
Okay, so how much is that? How much is that load worth that you have right now?
I want to say It was like $3,000.
Okay. So if so so help me understand this. So if you're not far from PA and you take it back to where it came from, you won't get that.
Yeah,
That
I'm
three
not far
grand
from
won't
here.
go on your tab.
I'm like 200 miles away.
Okay, so the $3,000 for the load, that won't even be counted for if you take it back to Chicago. But if you deliver it and then go back, that $3,000, even though you're gonna still be, you're still gonna be in the red. But the $3,000 will be on your tab, and you won't be so far into the red because the $3,000 will be on your tab. Is that how
Yeah,
it
but
goes?
this is a walkaway lease, so it's not like when I give them their truck back, I don't owe them nothing because I don't work for them anymore. It's on them. You get what I'm saying? It's not like it's a go on my credit report or something like that.
What do you mean it's a walkaway lease? What does that mean?
No, you can end the lease at any time.
Oh, I see.
Just like if you was to maintain this lease for years and years, and then you get down to like the last payment, they can say, "Give me my truck back," and you just got to give them their truck back.
Okay, so the truck belongs to the company, yes?
Right. They just lease out the trucks.
Okay, so if you leave the company, does that mean you can never go back to the company? Is that what that means?
Why would you? Why would you want to go back?
I mean, I'm just asking. But does that mean that you can't go back, or if you go back, they're gonna say, "Hold on, you left with this tab"?
I'm not sure. I never went back to a company.
Okay. I got it. Now, first of all, let me say, bro, I hope you can make it back in time. I hope you can make it back in time for the family reunion.
Oh yeah, that's like on the 3rd or something, ain't it?
The 1st.
That's not next week. It's the week after next.
Right, but if you gotta wait for them to order the part, let's say if that takes 3 days, and then to deliver the part, and then let's say that happens to be a Friday, and then you gotta wait till Monday until someone can can start working on it. Let's say that takes 2 or 3 days, and then you finally get it. Let's say it's a Thursday, and then you got to drive back. Now that could, like you said, that could take 2 weeks. You could be out there on that truck and not getting paid for it and still being charged for it. So I hope you make it back, and then you make it back. Just give me a call. I got you. Okay. That segment took